Alright, so what it do, guys? As you guys can see, there are mad dolls on the field right now. And this was a match, it was very intense, very intense. And I just want to go through it with you guys so you guys can see how intense Krosmaga could really get. So I'm the Feca, obviously. I'm going against Sadida. He has mad dolls. Like I said, mad dolls. And right now I have 4 Fecas on the field. So right now, this is a crazy setup. So look, let me pause it actually because I see there's a lot going on, and I kind of want to explain what's going on. So, this is the Sadida right here. This tree, looking god over here, standing crazy. So basically, their specialties is that they have seeds. He has 2 right now, as you can see. So his specialty is seeds, and for each 1 MP AP that we have, he can use a seed and plant them anywhere on his side of the field. So as you can see, he went to work and he had mad seeds, and he summoned all these dolls, and that's why I started recording. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. I hope I win. So I'm the Feca. Here's my Fecas right here. I have Feca 1, 2, 3, and I just placed this other card. She allows me to get spells that I already placed. So yeah, and I have 4, and they're ready to go. So as you know, Feca's special is shields. You know from Dofus that's their specialty. So a part of what's gonna be happening right now is that I'm going to be giving. I have to basically fight this whole big ass army. You feel me? And I already have some people down. Look, they have attack points and then they have health points. Right now, I gave, as you can see, this warning spell. It confers 3 attack points on allied minions in a straight line. So at one point I gave everyone an attack boost, so they're all boosted up and they have some shields on them, and they're pretty. It's Fecas versus Mad Dolls right now. If you guys ever play Yu-Gi-Oh, it's very similar, but obviously just put Dofus in the mix, and the minions and monsters are pretty much the Dofus characters, different variations of them. They have different attack points and health and different effects according to the class. So it's really cool how they incorporated Dofus into this game or into a card game. And I've been obsessed with it, and so this match was so crazy. So I'm just gonna kind of narrate it for you guys or whatever. So all right, let's get into it. So I'm thinking about like what I'm gonna do right now. He has this dog over there shivering and quivering over there. He gives hair, and that makes you waste AP because he gives hair at the end of his turn. He puts 2, so you have like. So if you have like 10 cards, you have to discard 1 because 10 is the max. So putting the hair in your hand makes sense because if you draw, like, it's basically adding space so you can use less AP and then adding more cards to your hand. So if you draw a lot of cards, you're gonna have to discard some, and if you end up going to 0 in your deck, every card you draw after affects your Dofus, which is over here, and that's the whole point. You want to get your Dofus. And as you can see, he already has 2 of my eggs, but he didn't hit my Dofus, so that's good. So hold on, so let me explain that real quick. So you start off with 5 Dofus, and they all look like that, all with question marks on them, and you have to figure out, or you have to destroy the ones you feel are the real Dofus, which is, as you can see, all mine are still intact, and they have 4 hits left on them. So he didn't find, or he killed, or he destroyed my first 2. He couldn't find the other ones, or he knows these are it though, because there's 3, so he knows that now he just has to destroy my my Dofus. But one thing that I like about the Fecas is that I feel as if destroying the Feca's ability with rallying troops. Rallying, which is one of my spells right here. Rallying is when if there's a Feca on the field and I place another Feca, he will rally to the next one. So if my Feca is literally on the 3rd box and I place my new Feca on the 1st box, that second Feca is gonna rally to the next Feca, like wherever they are on the field. So that's a really good skill to have. or to keep in mind when using the Feca, because you really want to bait somebody to go get your fake Dofus, because they really don't matter. You know, it's really a time wasting thing. All these mad dolls were on the field, and as you can see, my boy got 8 over there, and like literally we're going to war right now, you know. So, you know, yeah, I get rid of the hairs and I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's see how this turns out. So he got rid of that one. He ended up getting to the end, but then, you know, he died at the end, which was cool. But initially I knew I wasn't gonna reach any Dofus. I was just really just trying to get as much off the field as I could. So little by little I'm getting rid of all of his dolls and his trees, and low-key just trying to yeah, man, just try to make my way, right? But this guy was very interesting how he played. Okay, see, look, he's dropping freaking seeds down now. He had this crazy skill at the end, or strategy that he tried to implement with me running out of cards, but we'll get to that when it gets to that. So he's just drawing, he's just placing seeds. So look, he already placed like 5 seeds. Each tree, after every turn, it allows him to get another seed. So every tree matters, you know. It's a danger. I have to get him off the field while I'm up, you feel me, while I got one up. So I'm about to destroy one, thank God, so he can stop getting freaking 2. Oh my, see, look, what the hell, he just he just retracted everyone's cards. And look, man, this guy's a fucking, he's a goat. Shout out to him for using the Sadida like this. Sadidas are very complex characters to use, I'm not gonna lie. And he has so many great characters. So now I'm looking like damn. But you know, him returning my my cards wasn't the worst thing at all. So I remembered that I had the warning, and I just started like, okay, I'm trying to think of a little strategy, but I'm like, you know what? Now that I have all my cards, I can line them up pretty much once again, and then I'm gonna put the warning on them to give them all a higher attack point. And I'm trying to obviously distribute the shields the right way, give everyone shields, give everyone armor before they go and attack. And I'm saying, like, you know, the most strategic way I can do it, who deserves it, who needs it, like the most, you know what I'm saying, which Dofus I'm trying to get to. It's crazy, and you only have like, I want to say, a minute to make your moves. So there we go. There's my lineup. There's my lineup of Fecas, and I'm ready to go. And they get to it. Yo, this was the most craziest thing that happened. He ended up literally retracting everything I did. Look, I got so hot. He played a spell, and it silenced every minion in that row, or not row, but that line. And literally, I put down all that stuff like for nothing. So all my boosts are gone, all the shields are gone. So they're just regular now. Great move. Great card to just have in the tuck. You know. now I'm thinking like, damn, I gotta find a different way. So as you can see, I destroyed a fake Dofus. One of the fake Dofuses allows me to now place cards on the second line. As I said, if you have Fecas, they end up rallying each other. So really, that's not even that important to me at this point. And so the crazy thing about Fecas is that you kind of want to have glyphs on the field. So the glyphs is what I just summoned there. She summons glyphs, and they help you. So each one that you have on each individual row is how many shields you will get. So this character right now, when she goes up, she's gonna get 2 shields because there's 2 glyphs on 2 different rows, as you can see. So it's important to have a lot of glyphs down, because it initially will help you as a Feca, obviously. So right now, the equivalent to that is for the Sadida is the seeds, is why he has all these seeds down. And so, okay, crazy thing, he ended up, that card allows your opponent to draw 5 cards. He's really smart. He kept that card. He even took it back so that he can use that effect later again. He knows my cards are down. My deck is like in the 14s right now, and he let me draw 5 cards. Plus I drew 2 spells that allowed me to draw more cards. So in my head, I'm already thinking like, damn, this dude is like trying to like strategically get me out. He's not even trying to destroy my Dofus at this point. I'm angry, I'm upset. I know what he's doing. I know what he's trying to do. So at this point, I'm trying to think of different ways. So now I want to get glyphs on the field, because that's literally the only way. I have to just somehow overpower this guy. That's what I'm thinking in my head. So now I'm gonna put like mad glyphs on the field, different ways. I put the burning glyph down, destroy that. As you can see, I'm trying to spread them out to where it makes sense. So I end up putting the armor one down, and then I think I used the legend, it's like the paralyzing glyph on the one I just put down, because the ones that you just put down have summoning sickness and they can't even move. So me putting the paralyzed glyph on it, it wouldn't really matter. It wouldn't really do no damage. So it would just literally add a glyph to my side. I'm sitting here thinking about it, but I end up coming up with the idea to do that. See, I'm thinking about that side. I'm like, do I want to do that? But I don't want to stun the one that can move. So I end up doing it there. Cool. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 glyphs on different sides. See, she gained 4 instead of 2 in the last time. So now we're at a cool advantage as far as me putting down more of my Fecas, because now every time I put down a Feca, they will gain 4 armor. So now I'm just like really just like I'm ready to like charge. And that's the great thing about rallying, is that if I put a Feca down, they will rally up to these that's up there already. So he had these very interesting ways of playing, though. As I said, I felt like he knew he couldn't outpower me with how I was buffing my characters. So he had to find a way to, like, you know, like beat me in a more strategic way. And that's why I really appreciate this guy, like on some real shit. Like Crowrath or whatever this dude's name is, he really did some shit. Like just, you know, it's just like, oh, okay, that's different. I'd never do it, but like I see how that would work. Play defense so long that you're really just prolonging the game until the guy self-destructs, basically. So look at this guy. This guy goes crazy with the freaking cards. I'm like so upset. I'm like, man, this dude does not stop. It's another freaking swarm of these cards. And I'm like, man, this guy is... And now, so, as I said, I have these other cards that will help me draw cards. I know I need more cards, because what's in my hand right now can't really do much. I need more glyphs on the field. So I draw 2 more cards. I use New Wave. New Wave allows all Feca cards to cost 1 more less AP. By the way, you only get 10 AP max each turn, but you start your first turn from 1 AP. Each turn you go up 1 until 10. Just side note. But as you can see, we're all maxed out. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to draw more cards. And I put another glyph on the field. Now I need another glyph on that other side. But, you know. So, but I'm feeling good. I got glyphs on the field. That allows me to use my armor to take damage. So I have 3 armor on that. Now I can distribute 3 damage. And I'm trying to figure out who to kill, because everyone really has the same amount of freaking health points. I'm like, man, what kind of significant damage would I do on either of them? It doesn't matter. So I'm like, it just take 1. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just hit something that has high HP, which was that floating shield right there. the little wall floating brick, and plus my time was running out, so I'm like, fuck it, let me just do that. And it allows me to draw a card. I draw a card, and I place that one down for 0 AP. And now they're going to work. My Fecas was really doing damage, man. They were really coming through, man. Nice. See now, yep, got the 4. I'm looking beefy, man. You know, at this point, I really can, and I still have 2 monsters on my hand, the Executioner and Brian or Byron, whatever. They're freaking monsters when they get on the field. So you know, I'm at an advantage. He hasn't really showed, like I said, there's not really much big cards. He also has this one guy with the sword over there that takes your discarded pile and puts it back into your deck. So I feel like I said, he's trying to be very strategic with how he plays and not just trying to use overpowered monsters to win. Now this is the craziest thing he did. He put down this guy with the crazy name, and as long as he's on the field, his Dofus are literally untouchable. Now this is very important because I'm over here maxing out all my cards, like, you know, giving them mad shields and shit, and it wouldn't even matter because this guy's on the field. One way he did mess up is that he did leave that card able to walk. He kind of wanted to have him in the position of the other guy next to him so he could be still and have that effect go on for longer. So I end up drawing Backlash. I get really excited about that. I end up putting Backlash, allows me to destroy 1 Dofus. It usually costs 20 AP, but it costs 3 AP less for every glyph. So as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 glyphs times 3. That's 21. So right now it costs nothing to use it. So I want to use it, but I can't because that card is on the field. So I'm like, damn, I gotta destroy that card. This card allows me to get orbs in my hand if I reveal one of my Dofus, and it gave me this random golden orb that allows me to protect a Dofus for 1 turn, which I didn't need. I rather have the other individual orbs that inflict 2 damage, because I could have did damage to that guy, but you know, whatever. I give them the aggressive glyph. The aggressive glyph adds attack points for every shield that they had. So now this guy has freaking 13 attack and 13 shield. He's looking like a freaking monster. So right now, like I said, my cards are beefy, right? But now he places that card that allows I draw 5 fucking new cards. So now I realize that, like, oh shit, he's trying to fuck me. And so it's like, damn, I have 2 cards left. And so basically I have 2 more turns until my Dofus start losing health. I have great cards on the field, but right now each of his Dofus have immortality on them. He gangrenes my freaking 2 of my biggest two of my minions, so they're pretty much marked to die. Oh man, it's crazy. So boom, my max, I already have 10. That one got discarded. I couldn't even use it. So now I'm like, wow, this is crazy. I have to destroy this guy so that I can get to his Dofus. So I'm like, yo, how am I gonna do it? He's on a row by himself. They're gonna suffer sickness. I end up doing that again. So look, now all my cards literally cost 0 or 1. It's literally about strategy. So what I end up doing is end up hitting him a couple times with my burning glyphs. I hit him twice with a burning glyph, so I'm gonna end up hitting him again. But I'm wondering how I could basically hit him again and then kill him, because I'm gonna hit him with a burning glyph. He's gonna go to 1, you know. So I rally him up, so that I could drop another burning glyph without hitting my minion. That he rallied up to the one next to him. I dropped the burning glyph, and then I transfer my minion to the burning glyph that I just hit him with. That minion has 1 attack points, but he's gonna kill that motherfucker. And I'm gonna place the golden globe on myself. Oh no, okay, so I didn't. So that monster goes to work. He ends up getting to the Dophis, smacking it, but cannot kill it because he's still on the field. It's all good. He ends up also advancing. I think he gets close to a Dophis. No, you're right. He's really close. All right, so now I'm up, and I have 1 card left. So I have 1 more turn where I won't take damage, and I still have crazy glyphs on the field. So my backlash can still work. I can still get a free Dophis off of him. So already I know the Executioner is gonna take that Dophis. He cannot kill my Executioner. So as you can see, he killed that one in that row. So that made me suspicious. Like, he's trying to protect that Dophis. So that made me feel like I needed that Dophis. Even so, I really was making a crazy gamble with the Executioner. So he had, so as you can see, I'm on my last freaking card now, guys. I'm on my last card. Shout out to this guy, man. This was very entertaining to play. When we played, I was so hyped when we were playing. But so I'm on my last. I drew my last card. The Executioner is literally up there. My other Feca is next to him. I'm ready to take that one. I have another Feca on the left side, far left, ready to take that one. And so yeah, I'm about to cover each Dophis, and in my head, I feel like the Executioner has a Dophis in my head, and because he tried to protect the one on the far right, I decided to use my backlash on that Dophis as a gamble. It could have been, if it was a fake, literally it would have been. So I'm over here deciding, I'm like, maybe I'm like, you know what, no, let me get this one. It makes sense. He's protecting it, it's low, it had to be a Dophis. So now I'm like, okay, let me cover mine and let's hope for the best. Because my next turn, I'm gonna start losing points on my Dophis, but maybe I won't have to because I covered them. And so I place my last couple minions, make sure they're buffed out. They buff each other out. One gives each other the glyphs, you know what I'm saying, give armor. But the Executioner ended up being the one in front of the Dophis, and I picked up the victory. Man, that was such an intense battle, man. Shout out to bro who I was playing, man. If you guys haven't played Krosmaga, you guys gotta play this game. It's so fun. Honestly, it's dope as hell. Yeah, man.